Good morning, it is Tuesday, it's about 7 AM and I'm here again. Plans for today. I think first of all I'm going to deal with the things that have been sat on my desk. So, there are five Faber-Castell pencils sat on my desk. They're here because I'm halfway through a project and I wanted to remember which colours I'd used. I haven't worked on the project for maybe a couple of months and the pencils have sat out all that time. So I think what I'm going to do is find the project, write the names of the colour pencils on the back and put them back where they belong, which is with the set of polychromos pencils. So that's job number one. Job number two, this is still sat on my desk. It is fusible film that's been cut up to use with clay. I'm going to get some grip seal bags and put those in. Job number three, that is a Stampington stamp that I unmounted yesterday, I think. Was it yesterday? I'm not sure, the days are kind of merging into one. Anyway, I'm going to mount it and put it in the box with my Stampington stamps. Then I've got all these pins that I've taken off my cork board. And really, they're not for the cork board, I just use them because I ran out of the normal pins. I'm going to get rid of those. So I'm just going to find something, probably some bubble wrap or something, so they're not going to hurt anyone. Put them in bubble wrap and probably recycle them, I think. I don't think anybody's going to want them. Then I have this container that's been sat on my desk that has chipboard squares. They've all been cut out, and then there's some tiles in here that I want to add resin to and make into magnets. These are just, I showed some of these at the very start of this process. They're just pieces of my artwork that I've resized and printed and put onto those magnets. And then there's some other bits and pieces, things I've stamped out and then not used in a project, some die cuts, more things for making into tiles. So I want to go through that and get that off my desk. I might revisit this little container where I decided to keep some of those flowers. I think I'm just going to destash them because realistically, if I want to make flowers for a project, I think I have a video on how to make these so I can remember how I made them, and I'm probably not going to want these colours, so what's the point in keeping them? So yeah, I want to revisit that and see if I can get that off my desk as well. I've got 4 canvases that I took off my cork board yesterday. I like all these canvases, they probably need displaying in a better way than on my cork board, but for now, well, they just need to go somewhere that's not on my desk. Then these paper mache boxes are still sat here. They need a home. They don't fit with my other stuff because even though I've destashed, I've still got a drawer full of paper mache, so they need a home. Then there's this other box where I also have some handmade flowers. There's a couple of stamps still in here, Swarovski crystals and cheap crystals, those clay pieces that I don't know what day I showed them on, but they're still sat here. And these spray nozzles, these were the ones that were all clogged in a bag, and I've unclogged all of them. There was only one that I couldn't unclog, so they could go into that bag there, and they need to go with my sprays as spare nozzles, so that's an easy one. And then my desk is pretty clear. So that's the first job for today. I'm going to get that done, and then I think, well, the things I've got to do, there's drawer units under my desk that have The first set of 3 has the clear stamps in, which I've organised. The second set has 2 drawers of Tim Holtz and a drawer that's got my stencil binders and templates. That probably needs sorting out. And then there's a unit with wooden boxes that needs sorting out as well. So maybe that's the way to go today. And then I still have, let's spin you around. This shelf here has not been looked at, and the very top shelf also has not been looked at. Whether I can get all of that done today, I don't know, but I think that's when I've done those shelves and the ones below my desk, that is every box, container, drawer, shelf gone through. Apart from the stamps that are on the floor. So these are all to index. There's the 3. I did all the clear ones yesterday except those 3. And I think because I'm going to do a separate stamp index for Christmas, and that's a Christmas one, I need a separate stamp index really for my Prima stamps, because I do shows for them and it just makes sense for me to have them all together. And they are, I have a feeling they might be indexed somewhere, but I need to double check on those, because why else would they be sat in here? And then the rest are all red rubber stamps that all need indexing. Plus the darkroom door ones are on the floor. So there's those 2. But that's, that is not something I'm going to film, because, yeah, that'd be even more boring to watch than everything else. So I don't think that's something I can film, but it's a big job that's going to take a lot of time. All the Tim Holtz ones need doing as well, and that's an even bigger job. But that's the plan for today. So I'm going to start with the desk. That box of stamps can go back on the floor for now, but everything else on the desk that shouldn't be here needs a home. So I will get back to you probably when I start getting more containers out. Okay, bye for now. Well, I cleared my desk and I've filled it up again. That seems to be a recurring theme of this declutter process. But what I've done, everything on my desk found a home except for these 2 rubber stamps and these flowers, because I think I will use these ones. I know I said that with the others, right? We've been here before, but no, I do think I'll use those because there's 3 of them in the same colourway, and there's even a background there. I could make them into something quite easily. So they're staying for now. I was really good and got rid of all those handmade flowers that I decided to keep, and the little clay pieces that I'd made into embellishments, got rid of those. Yeah, and the containers as well, so I can't fill them up again. Anyway, these, I've got, this is the very, very top shelf where nobody can see and nobody can reach. And I've got 2 boxes of artwork. Some of it's mine, some of it's from swaps, some of it's for just gifts. And then I've got a box that I think just has supplies in. So I need to go through them, and I can't keep all of this. That's the reality of it. Otherwise I'm just going to have, in another 10 years time, I'm just going to have boxes and boxes and boxes of artwork. So I need to decide what I'm doing. So some things are easy, like there's a little box here that I've altered and it's really faded. I don't know if you can see that, and I don't even like it anymore. So I can go. That's easy. I'm going to keep this 2007 and 8. This is a little book I made from 4x4 swaps that I used to do. Not swaps, blog challenges. So I like looking through these every now and then. So I will... So I did used to use those crafty individual stamps. That's one of theirs. But I just got tired of them. Somebody left me a comment to say what's wrong with them or something like that. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm just tired of the images. That's done with alcohol inks. See, it's good to see things like this because you kind of forget about some techniques. And they're those poor little distress crackle paints that no longer exist. Anyway, so that one can stay, and this one's the same. This was another blog challenge where the pages had to be a certain size. If you've never come across blog challenges, basically they are blogs where there's usually like a weekly theme, and it's just for fun to create something to that theme. I don't think there's that many of them around anymore because I guess there's Facebook groups now. Then these are things that people have sent me. I think that can go. I don't have these stamps anymore. It's double-sided. They were nice stamps. They're out of business, so you can't get them anymore. And I sold them, I think, a long time ago. Anyway, so there's all kinds of stuff in here like that. I mean, what's that doing in there, really? That's a half-started project. That's just a background, and I've put holes in the bottom and holes in the top. That can go. I don't know why I hang on to these things. Anyway, I need to go through the rest of this drawer and sort out anything that I want to keep, anything that needs to go. That most of the things I'm going to let go are probably because they're just light damaged or I don't like them anymore. And I might separate my art from things that people have sent me as well. So I've got 2 of these to do, and then I've got the one with supplies in. So I'm going to get cracking with that. Well, I've gone through these boxes as best I can. It's really hard to get rid of artwork. Or cards and things like that. Anyway, this is what I've done. This one's pretty well sorted. These are all the canvases that were either on my cork boards that I took off yesterday or were on display on the top shelf, and they're so old, I'm sick of seeing them, so I'm going to put them into storage for a bit and then maybe try and rotate things so I'm looking at different things all the time. And then the rest of it is all either like the little books that I've put together with just my stuff in, or these are all chunky books from swaps I've been in, so they're in there as well. So that one's kind of sorted. This one has got cards and things that I've made. I don't really know why I'm keeping them all. They're not, I don't know. See, things like that, that's the first time I worked with encaustic wax. So I kind of want to keep that. And then there's a box that's a... I do have a die to make these little crackers. So that might be that's the only one I've made up. But that might be a fun Christmas project. And then there's this little box here that's got all kinds of like little tiny things like squash books that I've made. There's all kinds of little squash books in here. I haven't opened these for years. Let's open the dragonfly one. Yeah. See, I love these little books. And I love the fact that I've kept them in a box and kind of forgotten about them, and then I can look at them again. They don't serve any purpose other than they're fun to make and they're nice to look at. They make cute gifts. I have one in here somewhere that somebody made for my birthday. I can't talk and tie bows, that is for sure. Okay. And then there's a few little things. That's a shrink plastic pendant that I made. These are, I don't know whether people remember these or not. These are Moo cards. That they were popular a few years ago. These are all ones from, again, one of the blog challenges. That's one with clay faces on. So there's a few of those in there. Some things that people have sent me, and just a few little bits that I want to keep, maybe because I want to make the project again. I might not necessarily like the project that's in here, but sometimes you can remake things in, I don't know, nicer colours or with better stamps or whatever. Anyway, these are all cards that I was fairly ruthless. I threw away, and I know people don't like that. I've recycled, not threw away. Everything gets recycled, but yeah, I did get rid of loads of cards that I'd made because I don't know why I was keeping them. There were things that I wouldn't send to anybody because I didn't like them. So that thinned it down considerably, and then I took out a few projects. I've got a little box that is just things that other people have sent me, and although there are some bits in here, I took out cards and things like that and put them with things other people sent me. So that's those two boxes done. I do have another box that's got all artwork in that I've just looked at, and I think it's just going to stay as it is. So these two can go back. The thing with that top shelf is, even stood on a chair, I can't actually see the shelf. So there could be bits on there that I can't see. But I'll have to live with that. This is the next box, and I know that this is mostly things that I'm either not using or extra supplies, shall we say, because I don't have enough already. Right, that can go. This was, who makes this? This is a Stick It glue gun, and it's the worst purchase I ever made. It doesn't get hot enough to stick anything. So that is, I wouldn't even pass that on to somebody. Then I've got spare alcohol inks. So these are my backups, and there's some spare felt, so they kind of need to stay. Let me get rid of that glue gun. That, I don't use it. It's a little, one of the art dolls for drawing people. I don't think, well, somebody else might be able to use it. But these here, because I work in a school and I work in the art and design department, we've got a big laser cutter, and somebody laser cut me all these little tiles out of acrylic, but I found they get really scratched, and they've been sat there for probably 10 years, so I'm going to let them go. These are the same. Some even had holes. I don't know if you can see that. Some even had holes cut out of them, so they could be made into key rings and things, but I'm never going to use them. Then these are tins that I've bought to alter, and I don't know, they had these awful looking, are they beer mats? Is that what they are? I think so. Which I would never use these for anything, I don't think. When was the last time I altered one of those? Well, that one's damaged anyway, so let's lose that one. There's two more. I might alter those. More alcohol inks. More of those acrylic. Maybe I'll take them back to work. I don't know whether they can use them at work. That's really random. That is a Hugo Boss bottle. Just because I really like how... There's nothing in it. But I like how it smells. So I kept it. I mean, it wasn't mine, obviously. That's an empty tin from Stampin' Up. And I kept it because it's a nice tin. Oh, there's more of those. I don't need all these. There are numbers. Are they all numbers? Numbers and letters that have been laser cut. I'm not going to use them. More alcohol ink. This, I think this had dominoes in, and I kept it to alter because I don't have enough stuff to alter. More tins. More tins. I don't... What was that? Chocolate? I don't know where I've got these from. Maybe somebody sent it to me because I don't think I've ever bought... Well, I don't even recognise that type of chocolate. Oh, this has got bits in it. Right, that's all. This was for making inchies, obviously. There are some inchies in there. There's such a tiny surface. I don't know, do I keep them and put them with my inchies? There's... No. Trash. Trash. Let it go. Right, that's gone straight into recycling. The tin is nice though, I might alter that tin. I might keep those tins. I don't think I'm not going to alter all these, am I? Then these are clock mechanisms. All of them. Three clock mechanisms. And clock hands. I'm thinking. That's why I've gone quiet. Okay, I need to be realistic. I can't alter that many of those tins. Are they worth donating? Would somebody actually use those? I don't know. Well, maybe I will. I mean, yeah, they will sell them or they won't. Okay, I need to think about this. Get rid of some of this out of here, and I'm just thinking I could do with that. If I could get rid of this box completely, that'd be great, but I don't think I can. Anyway, I will work on this next. Well, I think I've sorted this box pretty much. I've decided to keep the clock mechanisms. There's 3 clock mechanisms and some hands. Then I'm keeping my alcohol inks because they're backups, so they're in there, and the felt that goes with them. I've hung on to 2 of these tins. I don't know how realistic it is that I'm going to get round to altering those, but they're there. And the 3 little square ones, plus the Stampin' Up one, and that little wooden box, which probably should be with my wooden alterables, but I'm not sure it fits in there. Anyway, that is done. All the acrylic pieces I've got rid of, and anything else that was in this box is now gone. So that's another job done. The rest of the shelf, it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. I have dragged these off. These are very, very old Adirondack, the rainbow pads. And I've tested them out. I knew they wouldn't be any good, but I tested them out. the that one, I don't know which one it was, but it was all kind of dry anyway. And this one, although you can see a little bit of variation in the colours still, again, it's pretty dry, so they need to go. After a while, these rainbow pads, they do merge, all the colours merge together, except for those Kaleido ones, which I threw away. So, well, I didn't throw away, I donated them. But these will be joining them, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 of those, and, well, these ones, these are throwaway, these are no good to donate because they have dried up. So that is those. So that shelf now, let me spin you around and show you where we're at. Brilliant inks are up there, then there's a bottle that I've altered, and then there's some backup sprays which are Prima Colour Bloom sprays. And then you see those fingers sticking out? That is a paper mache hand that I bought to alter, but it never fitted into a drawer, so it kind of got shoved up there, never to be thought of again. And then there's just a couple of items at the end that are things that I've altered. So I'm going to take a look at those things at the end, because I can't see right to the back without standing on something. So that is that one. And then the next shelf to look at is this one. But I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that now, or if we go back to my desk. I pulled those darkroom door stamps from the floor. So these came off the stamp shelf, and I know they're not indexed. So I have a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. This one I use all the time, it's called Correspondence. I've used the feather, the ink, in fact I think I've used all of them. I've used the script several times because if you looked at my background stamps you'll know I really like scripts. These ones I've used quite a few times as well, and these ones. So one is just butterflies, and then one is flowers with a couple of butterflies on there and some words. These ones have not been used. I don't even know if I've cut the rubber on them. No. I cut that bit. I've indexed these ones actually, they're the only ones that are. But the rubber's never been cut, so that tells me I've not used them, apart from to index them. These are string sentiments. Thinking of you, hugs, with sympathy, thank you, hello, congratulations, get well soon, and happy birthday. So they're all really useful ones. And if they were with my sentiment stamps, then maybe they'd get used. This one I've used quite a few times. I like houses and things. This one I have not used, and I'm thinking of letting this one go. It's called Fashionable, so they're all kind of vintage clothing adverts and a definition of fashionable on there as well. So I might let that one go. I hate to let these go because I really like them. But if I'm not using it, it's pointless, it's staying. And this one I use a lot. I use it on mail art, and I've used it for other things as well, just general projects. But I love this little snail mail. There. So yeah, I think I might let that one go, index the rest, and then look at that shelf. Because what I don't want to do is just be left with loads of stamps to index, and that's probably the most tedious job to do. So yeah, I'm going to do these next. Alright, I will be back probably when these are done and I've got some stuff off that last shelf. That's the last one. Okay, bye for now. Another job done. So, darkroom door stamps indexed and in my file. So, wildflower set, butterflies, correspondence, and mail art, home sweet home. So that's them done. And also I've organised them in this container here. This previously had the foam stamps in, so I have at the back, because these were just stood up but they used to fall over all the time, at the back I've got my paper artsy sets, and then my darkroom door sets in front of them. And because I've got rid of so many boxes of stamps, these now fit on the shelf with my stamps, so that's good. Right, I'm going to get a quick drink and then I'm going to get some things down from that last shelf. Right, I've gone on to the last shelf, and these are all, there's more here than I thought. These are all folders. These were hiding behind the folders, but it's all collage stuff. So this one is all paper whimsy. They're really pretty, but I've not used them for a good while. And then I think some of them are digital downloads and some of them I bought as paper copies, because there's another folder here that's, yeah, these are the ones I bought as paper copies, I think before they did digital. I think I would like to hang on to those. I don't use them that often, but they're still nice images. This one, oh, that's an actual packet of paper. I don't think that's even ever been opened. I think I'll just donate that. Loads of paper. Then there's, yeah, these are more papers by whoever makes them. And there's different ones. So I think you only get about 6 sheets on that one. So yeah, there's 6 in each of these. Vintage travel. Yeah, I'm not going to use these, I don't think. There's another one of that one. Piece of acetate. I've used some of them. Right, so I think all of that needs emptying out. And that can go. Then this one here, these are all inkjet prints. These are digital downloads from, don't know where. This, some of them are paper whimsy, but I think some of them are, what was it called? Lisa's something? They're on Etsy anyway. So I think these are all the same kind of, that's a nice one. I like that image. Is it called Lisa's Altered Art? Don't know. If I remember the name of where I got these from, I will link it, because there are some nice little images. They're cute. Oh yeah, it's on the sheet. Lisa's Altered Art. Okay, I think most of those are Lisa's Altered Art. Now, am I going to use them, or am I going to leave them sat here? I can always reprint them, I guess, if I desperately want them. I need to think about that. This one here, I think these are all from, well, maybe not that one. These are from some CD-ROMs I bought years ago from Tuscan Rose. They're all laser printed. So it looks like I felt the need to print out every single image on the CDs for whatever reason. That's a nice image. But I don't think I'll use these. I've obviously printed this one out. I don't know whether the different colours come on there or I've recoloured it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use these ones. So they could be recycled. And I'm not going to look at the rest because when you start looking at things, that's when you change your mind. Okay. So, I think that's about half I've decided to get rid of. Right, what's in here? More, oh that's more from the Tuscan Rose. I think the butterflies might be from there as well. They're not. Right, so I think they're all from those CD-ROMs. These are It Capilli. She's got a good Etsy shop. I'll put the name there if it wants to focus. ITKUPILLI on Etsy. Butterflies, butterflies. I don't know why have I printed so many pages out. They can go, I think. Eggs. So I must have been doing, I don't know, something that needed eggs. These ones are Lisa's Altered Art again. That one's been cut out. Tuscan Rose, because it's got it written on it. They're quite nice butterflies. They're on the Tuscan Rose as well, apparently. So if they're all on a disc, and I still have the disc somewhere. I think there's 3 discs actually. If they're all on a disc, I don't need... I'm not sure these birds are from there. I think I might go through these because some of these birds might be quite nice on a journal page. That's more... Oh, do you know what? That's Tuscan Rose. Let's just get rid of them. Let's do that. I've cut all those out. Because if I don't just get rid of them, I'll want to keep everything. It's just reams of paper. Tuscan Rose. Right, that's all going. So, and that folder can go. I'll put these in here. Right, what was that one? More little butterflies. So then there's one left. These are digital downloads as well. Lisa's Altered Art again. Which has these pages. You can see I've used quite a lot of these. Pages of words that you can cut up to put on. I think I use quite a lot of these on ATCs because they're nice and small. There's all kinds of different words, and then she has one with phrases on it as well. I think she has 3 or 4 different ones. I'm not sure how many I have. Then more digital stuff. That's from a different Etsy shop, I think. Yeah, these are all different. Some quotes that I've printed out in Word. So these are all words, apart from those, well, words and letters and numbers. Will I use them? Oh. Don't know. That's still keeping a lot because I'm keeping those paper whimsy ones. I'll think on it. I'm gonna get rid of the stuff that I said and think about these again. If I've got them all digitally, do I really need them printed out? But it's a waste to reprint them, right? I don't know, I'll think it through. Right, the next thing on that shelf is Glimmer Mist, which doesn't need anything doing with it. Then this weird looking thing. This is a piece of packaging from something that I've stuck cocktail sticks in and put blue tack on top because it makes an ideal place for resin. That's resin pieces that look like little mushrooms. I stick the resin on top. It's any pieces that have got imperfections. So if they don't feel completely smooth, I put them on here and then just paint an extra layer of resin over the top to make them as smooth as they can be. So that's why they're there. But that should be with resin. I really like those too. Got little stars in. So that needs to be next door. The Glimmer Mist is fine. The next things to take down, well, let's get them. Let's move these out of the way. These that I put up there. Plus, I have 2 boxes. This is labelled tissue tape, gaffer tape and twill tape, but there's so much stuff in there that any time I want to get something, I can't really see what I'm looking for. So there's one, and then here's another one. Carded Fibres is the label on this one. I was going to say I didn't think it had a label, but I had it the wrong way round. That clearly aren't all carded. These are nice fibres. I can't remember where I bought these. I think it was, were they from the US? I'm not sure. It was something I'd seen on a YouTube video, I think, and then I went and bought a load of them. Even though I've got all those fibres that I don't know what to do with. Lace. I can't remember where a lot of these things are from. They're really old. That is Paper Mania, maybe? I'm not sure. But they're self-adhesive. But I'm not sure I even like them. I think I said when I was doing paint I don't really like yellow gold. And 1, 2, 3, 4 are yellow gold. They can probably go. Right. That's nice. You see, I don't even know I've got this stuff. You see that? Pink paisley. That can go. The fibres I'll use on tags. That's nice. They're nice. I'll never use that. I don't even know where that came from. That can go. They're nice. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. Some black laces like those, like the white ones. What are these? I don't think I'll use them. Might use those ones. Silk ribbon. That should really be with ribbons, not fibres. Oh look, they go with those Teresa Collins papers that I've destashed. They're nice. I don't know where they came from. I don't think I'll use those. I like the green. I like the green one, but they're the same. Yep. Always buy things in twos. Because you never know, you might run out. There you go, there's another one. I don't know why I do that. Because clearly I don't run out, I don't use them. So I like that one again. But the rest, I'm not sure about. I think sometimes I buy things because I see other people using them. And if I like their project, then I'll buy some. But by the time I get it, I forget why I've bought it, what I want to do with it. What are they? Coloured craft string. What the heck would I do with that? Nothing. Get rid of it. Right, so we like that little one. I would use those. Oh, they're the, see, these are really nice ones. The 7 Gypsies. 7 Gypsies? Oh, Gypsy Cord by Prima. I got the gypsy bit right. I really like these ones. I've got another one somewhere, so I need to bring that through. They should go in a bag. Right, let's see what's going. They can go. They can go even though I like that one. And they can go even though I like that one. And then. And then. And then. That's not very much really, is it? But it's a start. So let's de-stash them. Right, I think I need to straighten this up. Let's just, that can go next door, that silk ribbon. I've got ribbons in my other room. Okay, I will straighten that up in a minute. Let's just look what's in here. So this is really thin twine that somebody sent me, and I really like that stuff. Purple fibres, well, maybe they should be in there. Baker's twine that I never use, but my battery just ran out. So, no, it wasn't the battery at all, that's a complete lie. I ran out of memory, that's what I meant to say. So, anyway, I sorted it out. So, these I do use. Look at them, they're still in the flipping wrappers. And I'm saying I use these. I've used those two, but I like them. Then I bought these. I have used one of them, I think. I bet there's more in here. That was a free gift, I think. I don't use that. It's twill tape, but I don't use it, so that can go. Seam binding from Wild Orchid Crafts, I do use that stuff. There's a pink one of those. That free gift one, that can go. I think there's more of them as well. I've never used them. Yeah. I do use these ones. Well, actually, no, there's one I don't use. There's one that can go. This one here that says favourite things on it, I've never used that. But the other ones I use. It's too wide, that other one. That's one that's been distressed. Seam binding, keep seam binding. The little flower trims. That can go. That can go. That was a free gift as well. And I do like it, I've just not used it. Then, oh yeah, that stuff can go. Seam binding, seam binding, seam binding. What's that? Jute string. I won't use that. Union Jack paper chains. I don't know why I bought that. You know what? De-stash. Jeez. I'm not going to use it. I might use those. What are these? 7 Gypsies book belt. I might keep those. Put them on a journal maybe. I think these are think these are 7 Gypsies. I don't think I've ever used that one with stamps on. That one can go. That's Tim Holtz ruler ribbon. I quite like that. Red Rick Rack, that might be nice on Christmas cards. That's packaging slip. Oh, that's where I got those fibres from. Creative Fibre Arts is where all these little packets came from. Right, they're going to stay. What's that? That's just double-sided satin ribbon. I think that should be next door. That's Prima trim. Didn't know I had that. Graphic 45. Tim Holtz. And then these are all like jewellery making cords. So I want those. That's a free gift. Looks like silk ribbon. I won't use that. Some Christmas trees. Seam binding. Okay. Well, I think red ribbon, that shouldn't be in here. And that shouldn't be in here. That looks like seam binding. I think the things that are left I want, there's some tissue. Maybe the tissue tape should be with washi tape because it's kind of similar. I'll take that out of here. Put it with washi tape. I've only got, I must have bought maybe 2-3 sets of those. Does it come in 2s or 3s? I don't know. But I'm going to put that with washi tape. These are fabric 7 Gypsies, the fabric ones, they can stay in here. I really like those. And these are just paper. Right, I'm going to tidy these up and then I will show you when they're done. So, see you back here. Job done. I've tidied them as best I can, so all the jewellery cord is there together. There's those little ribbon rose embellishments, what's it called? Organza rose trimming from Wild Orchid Craft. So there's 2 packets of that. I kept that baker's twine because I might use it on Christmas cards. Then put all the seam binding in a packet and then I wound that onto a bobbin because it was just loose and the tape's at the back. So that's, I can see everything, it's okay. So that's one. The other one, I found my other gypsy cord, the third one that I had. Put those in. All these little fibres are squeezed in, really squeezed in, but they're there. And then the ones on the cards, that one of those that was keeping those little ones that have been cut down. And then I've taken out, I took out these Tim Holtz ones. I'm not going to use them, I don't even like them. And I'm only keeping them because this, anything on the Tim Holtz line is expensive, but I'm just looking at it and I can't see one that I really like. So they're going. Well, there's seam binding on there, is there? But you know what, I've got loads of it. So just let that go. I put the tissue tapes in with my washi tape. That was another tight squeeze. Because who'd have thought that I might have overbought on washi tape as well. But anyway, they are done, they can go back. The next thing, the next thing is Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And there's nothing really to de-stash. I want them all, I just don't have, well, I just have too many of them. That's it, just too many, but I want them. So that's probably it. I'm not going to look at the Wild Orchid Craft stuff because I know I want it. I'll just put these back. And the shelf kind of looks the same. It doesn't look any different. I'll spin you around and let you see. Where are we? There we go. So the folders are at the end. Oh, I did destash some more of those collage papers, so there is a little bit more room on that shelf. There's, see, there's a gap there. And then there's the ones I've just sorted out that I've just put back, and they're all the Wild Orchid Craft flowers, which are going to stay. The lids don't fit on because there's too many flowers in them, but they are sorted. They're all sorted by colour, so maybe I could label them, but that's about it. And then the end is Prima Colour Wash, what they call Colour Bloom sprays. They don't need sorting either. They're, you know, they're just in a box. So that is all the shelves done. Not much else to do. Well, I'm not happy with this little arrangement still. The Adirondack inks are still there. So really, I want this space cleared. And those glitter pastes are there, which I'm not happy about. So I might have to rethink that. And see, speaking of flowers, they're flowers that should be with the Wild Orchid Craft ones. But shelf below, I moved all my stamps up so they're kind of as tightly fitting as they were, but it gave me some shelf space at the end. So I've got my darkroom door and paper artsy stamps in that container, and then underneath are my unfinished cards. So kind of images I've coloured for cards or half-made cards, that kind of thing. Not sure that's the best place because the amount of sunlight it's going to get. But it's there for now because it's off the floor. And I have, look at all that space. I'm sure I can fill it with something. I did try that blue container on there and no, that didn't work. Wasn't enough room. But there's not much on the floor now. So, and that was the aim, to get stuff off the floor. There's just that blue container, the stamps that need indexing, the folders that I've just emptied that had collage stuff in. And that's it. So nearly done. The end is in sight. The I've not shown you the door. The door has lace all over it. Oh, and some Easter eggs. But the yeah, the door's got lace hung on it, and that's the trash bag. And I do went pencil carrier and sketchbook carrier travel bag. Yeah, that's the only bit you've not seen, the lace. But there isn't really anything to show. So, right, next job then will be, what will it be? Oh, the little wooden units. Let's go around here again. So, below my desk are those little wooden containers there. That's probably the next job, to look at those. But look at the floor. Apart from the stamps. That's a stool. But what's that? Oh, a label. That needs to go in the trash. Look at that. They're the folders that have the collage stuff in. But you can see from one side to the other without stuff on the floor. So that's pretty cool. Right, so those little wooden drawers are next. Right, I've got the little wooden drawers out. So this one here is labelled flowers and leaves. I don't necessarily think that is what is in there. These are all packets of little tiny fabric flowers, and I've got a ton of these that don't get used. So yeah, these can go. I'm never going to use them, so they can go. These are pressed flowers that I do use these. I use them with resin, so maybe they should be with resin things. That's a packet that's been opened, probably that one. That's another packet. These are the same thing, the little tiny flowers that have been pressed that I've got for resin. So are they. Little tiny ones. So maybe this needs relabelling pressed flowers. Yeah, they're cute. So are they. I'm not sure if there's... oh, there is other things in here. Okay. Right. Oh, jeez. I don't need all of these. These have been in here for years. What are they? Little metal flowers. Mostly Prima. They're not Prima. Neither are they. So there's some fabric flowers. They're more metal. I'm never going to use these. They can go. Empty packet. More tiny flowers. More metal flowers. Fabric flowers. Little tiny, really tiny flowers. Empty packet, empty packet. And then there's some bits. A button. Some flat back gems, some just general bits. Okay, I'm going to donate all of these flowers because see, now I'm looking at them, I say that and then I look at them and think, oh, I don't know, I haven't got those colours. They're definitely going. That's just trash. Alright, I might keep some of them, but I have to use them. Right, they can all go. That just needs to go in the trash. I'll keep those. They're being donated. They're being donated. And these little fabric ones can go with in the embellishments box. Is that bad to keep all them? That's what I'm keeping. Well, plus the pressed flowers for resin. The ferns can go actually. There were some ferns in there. They can go because I can't use those for resin. Right, that's rubbish. Okay, Let's put the keep things over there. Donate things on the floor for now. I don't know that these should be going back in here, or going with resin is a better idea. Where were those ferns? Right, take the ferns out. That's an empty packet. Right, they can stay. So that's okay, it's organised. That needs to go. Right, the next one is, well, we'll do this one next. Accent and seed beads. So these again are probably going to stay. Well, maybe not those ones actually. They were supposed to be clear, but they're kind of grey. I don't use them. I don't really use those ones either, to be honest. But the rest, they're really pretty colours. Yeah, they're better clear ones. You see the difference? They're really grey. I mean, they're not as clear as I'd want them, but they're better. These. So these again I've bought for working with clay and resin mostly. Although sometimes I use them on other things. They're seed beads, they shouldn't be in here. Or even though that does say accent beads and seed beads. Seed beads are somewhere else. And then there's these ones. Let's see. And some sequins. It shouldn't really be in here. They're clear ones again. Jewellery cord. Couple more. Let's see. And then, yeah, they can stay. Do I put them with clay though? I don't know. No, I think they can stay in here. I did pick some up and put them with clay the other day. Let me just empty the bits out. I think they're okay in here. I know where they are. So, I might just keep those little empty jars in there as well. Well, there's only one empty jar, the other one's got the seed beads in. But sometimes it's handy to put them in a different container. So, getting rid of those two. Relocating the sequins. Right, so donation stuff on the floor. Those ferns should be for donating. Right, that's that one done then. That's been relocated. So that's two done. Oh gosh. This one's labelled hardware. And it did, when that label went on, it had Stampin' Up hardware in, and now it's just got all kinds of stuff in. I don't even know. See, Velcro. More metal, would you believe it? Right, let's tip it out. It's something that's gone on the floor. Let's get rid of the bits. Well, I think this one's going to take a little while to do. That was a little cabochon that fell on the floor. Melody Ross stuff. They go with that, those metal, they're not metal. Well, they're metal stamps, but they're not for use on metal. They're for use on chipboard. They go with that, but I don't think I'll use them with that. Book rings. More book rings. What are they? Metal edge tags, they'll never get used. They can be donated. The Velcro is useful, but it doesn't need to be in here. I've got all those book rings, that's ridiculous. Does that mean there's another one? They'll never get used either. All those. Let me just show you how many flipping book rings are here. Let me tilt the camera down. There you go, you can actually see something now. All those are book rings. All those are book rings. And those. And those. And that. They definitely. And those. And that. They definitely need looking at. Right. I'll just leave them in one place for now. Okay, the rest of this I need to go through. This is old Stampin' Up hardware. This is the original stuff that was in there that I forget I've got, because why would I remember when I've got a million drawers of metal pieces already? Yeah, that's all Stampin' Up stuff. And that. And that. Then I've got little tiny hinges. These are really useful. And I can't buy them anymore from the place I got them from because it doesn't trade anymore. But they're so tiny. What are they? Little hooks. More of those. What do people use these for? I bought them for something. I don't know. Swirly clips. They're Stampin' Up. They are for hair slides. They should go with polymer clay really, because that's what I got them for. And then I've got, this is all steampunk stuff. Gears, watch parts. There's tons of stuff in there. Little hangers. I don't know what to do with all this. Right, I'm going to sort this out. Organise it somehow. And then the one next to it is just as bad in terms of not being organised. This is labelled jewellery, wires and cords, and that is pretty much what it is, but it looks like this. That's wax cord, I think. Wires. Wires. More Velcro. Wire. Yeah, that needs looking at too. So I will sort both of these out. Then that will be 4 done. There's this one probably doesn't need any sorting. It's full of buttons. Well, my battery ran out because I forgot to put my camera on charge, so Apologies for the abrupt ending to the last clip. Right, okay. So what I've done, I haven't touched this one. That one's still to go. Buttons are staying as they are, so I'm going to call that done. The hardware now looks like this. The only things in here, I've got the steampunk watch parts, and then there's a couple of other things, little bits that I've bought. I think they're watch parts of some description as well, and some split rings that I use for texture. So they're in there. There's a couple of these things that I've bought years ago. They can stay in there for now. Then there is some ball chain, the little hinges. I've just got a few packets of little hinges that I grab for various projects, and then the Stampin' Up hardware. So everything's in a package. Oh, and a few swirly clips. Some of them were part of the Stampin' Up, some of them not. So that is all that's in there. Everything else is either gone for donation or relocated. The accent beads were done. The flowers and leaves, I kept the pressed flowers, and I did throw some of those flowers back in. I know, I should really destash them, but I want them. And then the other one that had all it had in was the 50mm book rings. Well, I've put the rest of the book rings in there. And again, I should probably destash some of them, but I haven't. The only thing that's not got home, and I don't know what to do with it, is the Velcro. So it could go with adhesives because it's stick on, or it could go with fabric, which is in the other room. So I am yet to decide on that. Anyway, I've reached that point where I feel like I'm not really doing the best job I can because I've got so tired again. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that in the evening. So I'm going to save this one for tomorrow. And then there's not much to do tomorrow. I think tomorrow may be the last day. I'm hoping it's the last day. In this room at least. I don't think anybody could bear to watch me do another room, and I don't think I could bear to do another room right now. But the room next door needs doing as well. I might film that maybe over summer and do that one over summer, or I might film it now and just not upload it over summer. But I can't do it to the same extreme number of hours that I've been putting in each day because I'll be back at work. Yeah, so when these are done, there is just some stamps to index. Well, quite a lot of stamps. The ones that have been sat on the floor all the time, which are now not on the floor, I might add, so they're on a shelf. Then there's all the Tim Holtz ones to do as well. And I'm going to put labels on everything, relabel everything. And I think that's it. I'm just looking around to see if I've missed anything. And I don't think I have. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think it is. So tomorrow, hopefully last day. Okay, bye for now and thanks for watching.